Hey, this is the C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave. This is MMA for you. We're going to be doing our predictions for UFC 170, Rousey versus McMann, which happens on February 22nd. What do you think of this card, man?
Man, finally we got some good card going on. This card is pretty solid. I mean, you would think that, hey, you just have a, woman's, card, be like, whatever. But this is a pretty solid card.
Man, you recognize some of these guys, right?
Yeah, all these people, man.
I mean, we got
Raphael, dude, come on. Demian, Maia, my boy, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Just reading the name, you already know who I'm gonna pick.
Yeah. Okay, well, man.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it. Ronda Rousey fights Sara McMann.
You know what? Before I pick on this one, I think a lot. I mean, obviously, Ronda Rousey, but I did think about the Sara McMann. Obviously, she's Olympic wrestling.
Yeah, silver medalist in wrestling, man.
Undefeated. I mean, there's possibility she will be top control. But I was like, with any other girl, fine, you will have top control and wrestling stuff. Ronda Rousey, man, come on, man. She can scramble all that shit easy.
Yeah, man. That's so true, man. I gotta say, this fight intrigues me. I will say that. I mean, it's an easy sell. Ronda Rousey, Olympic judo bronze medalist. Sara McMann, Olympic silver medalist in wrestling, Athens Games, if I'm not mistaken. Both of them strong in the clinch. I've seen Sara. Remember when we watched wrestling? We'd see The Rock do the rock bottom.
Yes.
Dude, Sara McMann has literally hit the rock bottoms on her opponents.
Wow.
I mean, that's how strong her clinch takedowns are. She seriously just grabs him, lifts him in the air, and just dumps him.
Hey, Ronda Rousey.
But Ronda Rousey, yeah.
Freaking, she can take your arm apart.
Dude, well, Ronda Rousey flips you over. So, I mean, it's a really interesting stylistic matchup.
I mean, the bottom line is, it sounds like, it's just a wrestling versus judo. But if you look at the attacking point, which I was analyzed with you, I feel like Ronda Rousey has a much more attacking point on BJJ on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
While Sara McMann, I had to rely on striking, which I don't know. She's not much better.
Yeah.
So,
Sara McMann, I mean, her ground game isn't terrible by any means.
No, I mean,
I know she actually trains with some great people. She's done jiu-jitsu tournaments. What I've seen it from her in MMA, her ground and pound's good. She actually won her last fight by ground and pound crucifix. Her opponent, though, Shayla Gaft, was significantly smaller than her. I've seen a lot of top control from McMann as well, though. Now, sometimes she won't always guard pass. Sometimes she won't always hit great ground and pound,
I mean, we can see with her record, I mean, undefeated, that means she's good, right? Ronda Rousey, man, come on.
She's undefeated, too.
She's freaking undefeated.
8-0, yeah.
She's a freaking female monster, man.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that people always say with Ronda Rousey, you can't escape freaking death, taxes, or Rousey by armbar.
Rousey by armbar.
That's the thing.
I was learning her move with you the other day.
Yeah, we were practicing freaking arm bars to sweep Ronda Rousey style all day. I believe you're hitting some people with that in your class.
I just saying, I don't know, full speed Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I mean, Ronda Rousey, like I said, 8 wins, undefeated, all 8 wins by armbar. Most recently fought Miesha Tate. That's the first time she's ever been past the first round. She's never actually been past the third round. 26 years old. Whereas Sara McMann's 33. I don't think the age isn't that much of a difference. The thing I see, I think Ronda Rousey will somehow eventually get the fight to the ground. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
I mean, for McMann to possibly keep the fight standing and win with stand-up.
That's possible, but I just don't think
it's probable.
Yeah, it's a problem. I just don't think it's probable. I just don't feel like Ronda Rousey is not much worse on the striking to the point that she's not gonna get knocked out. Obviously, I don't think. So, unless you talk about decision, otherwise, I really don't think that will even happen.
Speaking of striking, it's good you mentioned that because I was watching Sara McMann's fight with Shayna Baszler, where she actually showed off a lot of her striking. It was pretty good. Actually, she does move on her feet. She does use combinations, which really surprised me. That was good. The only problem is she'll be like 10 feet away, and she'll like almost like lunge in sometimes. Rousey's stand-up did show improvement against Tate, but the problem is she still got hit a lot, or a good amount, you know. Defensively, both of them still need some work. Rousey showed a pretty good right hand. She even showed some head kicks, which is pretty interesting. All in all, you got to say that Rousey, especially if the fight hits the ground, whether Rousey's up on her back, and especially on top, Ronda Rousey for the win here.
Yeah. That's why I feel like, you know, maybe, you know, Sara McMann punched Rousey for like, what, 20 punches. I feel she can take it, but at that moment, it hit on the ground, and Rousey got that opportunity, armbar is going to happen.
Exactly. Hey, next fight after that, Daniel Cormier makes his first cut to 205 as he fights former UFC light heavyweight champion Rashad Evans.
My brother Rashad Evans, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's up with this Daniel guy. Who think he is, man? Rashad Evans, bro. Come on, you know this guy, man. Powerful, fast. I mean, anything you want, man.
Well, Daniel Cormier, 13-0 undefeated record. 5 wins by KO or TKO, 3 wins by sub. He's 34 years old, training out of AKA. He has Olympic-level wrestling. He's really strong in the clinch. His takedown defense is really good. His kickboxing is good as well. He knocked out guys like Bigfoot, outstruck Josh Barnett, outstruck Roy Nelson, beat Frank Mir, and he does use combination striking. He is, though, fighting Rashad Evans. What can you tell me about Rashad Evans?
Yo, I mean, it's just impressive with Daniel, right? Like, I saw his fight, but you know what? Rashad Evans, man, this guy been there, done that. He talking about Rampage fight with him, you know, he talk about, you know, our legendary, you know, Shogun, but he fight with all the good people, right?
Yeah. I don't think he fought Shogun, actually.
He haven't fought Shogun yet.
I think you're thinking Thiago Silva.
Thiago
Silva, yeah.
But anyway, 19-3-1 records, okay? I mean, the guy is 7 KO, TKO, 1 submission. I mean, it just, he is in a 2-5 winning streak, right?
Oh, and actually, it's a good one. That win streak actually is over Dan Henderson and Chael Sonnen.
You know, those two are put. I mean, I'm not saying Roy Nelson is not that great, but then he's not Chael Sonnen. But anyway, you know, like Rashad Evans. I mean, I just got so much pumped into it, and then he's fast, strong clinch, strong wrestling, strong ground and pound, and strong top control, very fast-handed. I don't care he's doing a combination now. I don't even see what he's doing. He's already punched you 10 times, you know? And then really good boxing, man. I just thought Rashad, but that guy is freaking, you know, short, but he's just fast, dude.
He's really good, and he gets sometimes he gets a bit underrated at times because I know a lot of people just don't like Rashad Evans for whatever reason, but he is a good fighter. I mean, he's a great fighter. I honestly, like, as far as stand-up goes, he's very good. He's athletic, and his wrestling's really good. I mean, he's a really good fighter. I don't know how else to say it.
I feel like some people just look at, you know, Rampage is huge and tall, Rashad Evans is small, but dude, he's not that small, right? And then freaking he's fast, you know, and then he has KO power. People, well, Rampage is big KO power. Rampage is awesome. Rashad Evans has KO power. Don't forget.
Yeah, so does Daniel Cormier, though, man. This guy, I'm taking Cormier, man. I don't think that Rashad Evans will be able to take the fight to the ground. The stand-up gets interesting because I'll say this. I may overestimate Cormier's stand-up, and I might be underestimating Evans' stand-up. I can't really say whose is necessarily better. I know that Daniel Cormier uses more kicks. Because he'll end combinations with, like, kicks and stuff. Otherwise, though, with Rashad Evans, I mean, it's not like he He actually won with a head kick against Salmon.
Yeah. I was like, Rafaello can kick, and I like his boxing, and I like his fast hand, and I think the one thing I really counting on Rafaello is every now and then draw his wrestling. You know, Dwayne was a wrestling like, yo, this is not just boxing game. I gotta mix out a little bit, but mix out speed, and who knows, you know, if Rafael can rumble Daniel a little bit, take on the ground, I think pretty much I got Rafael.
I'm gonna say this with Daniel Cormier with his caliber wrestling. I don't know if anyone can take this guy down. His takedown defense is so solid. I'm gonna go with Cormier. I don't think he'll be able to get. I think he might be able to take Rashad down. I don't know if Evans can take him down. It'd be interesting if he does. One thing you gotta understand though, it's his first cut to 205. That you don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Come on, Rafael, show him what you got, man.
We'll see what happens. I got Daniel Cormier winning that one.
Now talk about Rory MacDonald.
Rory MacDonald fights Demian Maia.
This is a really good fight. I'm a fan for MacDonald. I mean, to me, he's really well rounded, and you know, a guy's still young. I mean, 24 years old. I mean, he has so much potential, right?
Yeah.
But he's fighting Demian Maia, another my boy. You know, it's like Rafael Evans. If Rafael Evans is fighting Shogun, I still consider not one I need to think about. But anyway, I just saying, man, this is my boy, Daniel, man.
Demian Maia.
Demian Maia. I have to choose Demian Maia, but I do have something to back it out. Okay, 18-5 record, 3 KO, TKO, nice submission. 36 years old only means his experience. Okay. I mean, come on, you know, it's getting there, but that's fun. What I think Demian Maia has, and we win this fight.
Come on, we all know it.
It's his specialist of BJJ.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
If this fight is on the ground, he has strong back control, strong clinch takedown defense, strong clinch. And then, you know, strong guard pass, and then you know what? He is gonna submit. And how is he gonna do it? Just like we were talking about earlier, he was or earlier before the show, he was the field fight. He just gonna strong run over there and take you down.
Yeah, it's kind of what he did to Fitch. It's kind of what he did to Rick Story. It's kind of bell rang. Pretty much, like, seriously, you're actually not that far off. He almost just runs up to his opponent, right when the bell rings, gets a clinch, tries to take the back, or tries to get a takedown. I mean, that's awesome that he's doing that, because we're not going back to, like, K1 Demian Maia where he thought he was a striker. You know, oh, man, I hated those days.
I mean, you know, I'm really happy that he finally realized he is not a striker. Yeah. Just utilizing what he's good at, you know?
Yeah. I gotta say though, man, this fight is really hard for me to call, because I can see Demian Maia be able to get the takedown and maybe get the submission even. I can see that. It's very possible.
So Demian Maia, right?
I'm gonna go with Rory MacDonald.
What's
15-2 record, 6 wins by KO or TKO, 6 wins by sub. 24 years old, training at a TriStar. He's big for 170. His kickboxing is good. He has a really strong jab. His wrestling's good, and his ground and pound is really good as well.
I have a 12 years more experience than you.
Yeah, but only 3 fights. Well, yeah, just a couple more fights.
I see what you're saying, but you know, MacDonald has very well rounded. I mean, the striking is good. There's a possibility he can knock out Demian Maia. But it's Demian Maia. I have to choose him.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, it's really tough, because Rory MacDonald, I can see him playing a distance game, using the jab, using kicks. I know Rory MacDonald, he most recently lost to Robbie Lawler, who's a very good
yeah.
But, like, once again, that was a striker versus, you know, he's against a striker. Now he's against a guy who's primarily a grappler. So, it's just a different, you know, a very different style of opponent. I think Rory can keep him at bay for 3 rounds and get the win here. I'm going to go with Rory MacDonald.
I like my boy, rationally, if Rory MacDonald keep the distance, with a kick and jab, it doesn't look good. It does not look good because we all know Demian Maia is not going to be able to win in striking.
Yeah.
But if Demian Maia can use his technique, which the way I foresee is keep trying to take down. If he can keep trying to take down, then this might be a different thing.
Exactly.
You know, the Rory MacDonald on the ground, he is Demian Maia's you know what.
Yeah. Okay, next right after that, we got Stephen Thompson versus Rob Whittaker.
It's an interesting fight. So far, I'm just gonna say, this fight card is very exciting.
Yeah.
And you know, I pick out Robert.
Robert, huh? You got the Australian prospect, huh?
Dude, his record is good. 11-3. You know.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the guy should be 12-2. I thought he beat Court McGee in his last fight. To be perfectly honest with you, but keep going.
Yeah, what's up with that? Give me back in 12-2. But anyway, 11-3, 5 KO, TKO, 5 submission, 23 years old. Man, when I was 23, what was I doing? But anyway.
Dude, we were like, what? We were in college together, right?
Yeah, we were doing breakdance. Why didn't we do this? Why didn't we learn to be MMA? What were we doing breakdance for? Anyway, good counter striker. Good counter striker.
Oh,
this is
very good.
This is very important, man.
Yeah, Colton Smith fight, you can see it, and even in Court McGee fight. I mean, it's slip punches, counter strike all day. I mean, he's a really good counter striker.
And this is dangerous, you know. If you strike, you hit, boom, you get one back. You don't hit, you still get one back. It charges your reflex, okay? Well, but that's not it. That's not it. He has more. You know, he's really good at kickboxing. You know, which it helps to create a distance. I'm not gonna say he has a good takedown defense, but his practice is improving. So you know
definitely improving. Yeah, definitely.
You can see throughout the fight he's improving.
Yeah, his takedown defense has definitely come a long way. Very interesting prospect. But so is Stephen Thompson. You know, 8-1 record. Only losses to Matt Brown. 4 wins by KO or TKO. 1 win by sub. He's 30 years old on a 2-fight win streak. He has a karate style stand up, so he fights with that hands down style. He has really good kicks. He had a lot of different kicks from a lot of different angles. His punches are actually very accurate. I noticed that with a lot of karate guys.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Even like a Kung Lee, when you have that traditional martial arts background, I noticed accuracy is very key. You just notice that they really hit like the chin or like the temp. Like they know where to hit. They don't really waste punches in a sense, you know.
I don't have a karate base on me, but for what I know, they learn about precision.
I thought you're I thought you're about Tai Chi, right?
Yeah, Tai Chi, but anyway.
You have a Tai Chi background, man.
But it's not like it doesn't happen like that. Okay. But anyway, I just say precision is so much that focus on Kung Fu. They will take time and they will aim and they will make sure they get the target. So I think it's pretty cool.
And you know, Thompson's grappling has been improving. If you watch like the Nashawn Burrell fight, for example, you actually see him go for more offensive takedowns and whatnot.
I'm not worried. Robert.
I don't know if this fight will actually go to the ground.
I don't think he's gonna go to the ground. I think it's gonna be a stay out fight.
If it's stand up, this fight's really close because I'm actually a big Whittaker fan, but I've been very impressed with Thompson as of late. I'll go with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I think he'll be able to utilize his kicks really well.
But dude, come on, Robert can kick too, you know.
Yeah, he can, but you know, like I said, I expect Thompson will probably get hit a couple times, but you know, I think Thompson's just a little more accurate, a little more elusive, I suppose. You know, I'll go with Thompson to win this one.
Well, I just hope Robert win the heavy-handed, you know, couple counter punch and wobble Thompson and bam right there.
Yeah, next fight after that, really good fight and a really big fight for the lightweight rankings as Rafael dos Anjos fights Rustam Khabilov.
Again, so far 5 fights, excellent fighting.
Oh yeah, excellent.
Yes, excellent. This is a tough fight. I mean, both of them I like them a lot. Raphael is great. Is great fighter, but I have to choose the guy. I can't even pronounce his name.
Just say Rustam.
Rustam.
Yeah.
The reason being, he has a style that I like a lot. I mean, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu I'm training is Zumba based too. So we practice that, and I know that Sampo is pretty scary.
Yeah.
You have that kind of background, it is pretty scary, man.
Yeah.
And I saw him suplex people, not other. Able to suplex somebody
and knock him out with that.
Pretty much you suplex somebody will die. But anyway, suplex somebody in WWE is one thing. Suplex somebody in UFC, yo, this is real, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What are you gonna say about my suplex, huh?
Rustam Rafaello, great fighter, 17-1 record. You tell me, man. What do you know about?
Dude, 17-1 record, 4 KO, TKO. Pretty much you got the suplex all of everybody. But anyway, not just that. 5 submission. The guy can submit too. Someone base, of course. Yeah. Right. 27 years old, 6-5 winning streak. He is hot. He is hot.
Actually, his last fight against Rory Masvidal, really cool fight. Masvidal's a really good striker. He actually dropped him with a spinning wheel kick, if I'm not mistaken. He couldn't get the takedowns on Masvidal that he wanted, because Masvidal's takedown defense is excellent. But keep going, my man.
Well, and not just that. You train in Jackson.
Yeah.
And again, Sambo background, strong suplex, strong clinch takedown. I mean, good stand out. Good stand out. I mean, overall, he is just a very strong person.
Yeah. Well, he's fighting Rafael dos Anjos, who has been really coming out as of late. Most recently beat Donald Cerrone, actually, Cowboy Cerrone. 20-6 record, 2 wins by KO or TKO, 8 wins by sub. 29 years old on a 5-fight win streak. His Muay Thai has been greatly improving. His takedown defense has greatly been improving. If you watch the Mark Bocek fight, that was a real turning point fight for him. You're just like, wow, that guy's defending all of his takedowns. And he's even getting better at his own offensive takedowns.
And Bocek is not a small potato, man.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler, good grinder, good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But the thing with Dos Anjos, he's also Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt as well. I do feel he might be a little more of the well-rounded fighter. But, man, this is close. I mean, this is a tough one to call. I'm going to go with Rafael dos Anjos to win this one. Tough to call, man.
My guy gonna suplex you like no other. Dude, just one suplex and pretty much is game over.
We'll see about that, man. Okay, on to the prelims, which will be on Fox Sports 1. We have Alexis Alligator Davis versus Jessica Evil Eye.
Why is girls always got a cute name? What's wrong with the guys, man? What do we got?
We got Pitbull, Hitman.
How many people do I have? How many Hitmen there is?
Oh, King. King is becoming a big one, too.
Why?
There's Bobby King Green.
Oh, my God.
Chico King Camus.
Got it.
King Mo Lawal.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's a lot of King now, too. That's becoming really big.
And there's no Evil Eye?
No. Actually, her last name is I,
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jessica Evil Eye, cute, 11-1 record, 2 KO, TKO, 1 submission, 27 years old, 8 fighting win streak, Training, she trained on the
Strong Style Fight team. People that train her would be like Stipe Miocic and Brian Rogers from Bellator.
Man, I should train there so I can see him. But anyway, good clinch, good kickboxing, input for grappling.
Oh, yeah, she actually beat Zwala Gurgel by a standing arm triangle.
Wow.
So yeah, she's definitely showed improvement in her overall grappling game.
That's impressive. I don't even know how to do that. But anyway, I don't know. Overall, to me, she's pretty solid.
Oh yeah, she is. But if you're going to talk about solid and well-rounded, Alexis Davis, man. I'm going to say this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. She might be the most well-rounded female fighter in MMA today. Honest truth. At the very least, in the top 3. For just, not saying she's the best fighter, she's the most well-rounded fighter. 15-5 record. 2 wins by KO or TKO, 7 wins by sub. She also has 2 losses by KO or TKO. She's 29 years old on a 4-fight win streak. Most recently beating Liz Carmouche, showing her Muay Thai game, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was actually winning a lot with leg kicks, pushing forward, got some punches out there as well. You got to see her Muay Thai game. Trains out of Cesar Gracie with the Diaz brothers, Jake Shields, Melendez. She is a legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with strong back control. She's also good off her back. She'll work the high guard. She'll work for triangle chokes. The Muay Thai's good. She's always pushing forward. Her chin's really good. If you ever watch Sarah Kaufman fight or even the Carmouche fight, I mean, she's all bloody and whatnot, and she's still pushing forward. And her wrestling is not that bad either. She is not a bad wrestler.
Like we say, she's very well-rounded.
Yeah, very well-rounded. I gotta go with Alexis Davis to win this one.
Man, this is a tough one. Now, after what you say, it kind of...
Evil Eye, though, okay, give her credit. She just beat Sarah Kaufman.
Come on, Sarah Kaufman, I don't know.
Which is kind of a funny... there's actually some sort of relevance there because Alexis Davis has lost twice to Sarah Kaufman. It's a different stylistic matchup because Jessica Evil Eye... I feel that she might have the better kickboxing than Davis, maybe. But she is more someone that could stand more. Davis's strength really is on the ground, but her stand-up's not bad by any means.
I mean, the only thing I would really worry about is it hits on ground because I feel like, Davis might know more about Evil Eye, but I feel like if this thing keep on staying out, I mean, like you say, she'd be the Sarah,
yeah. That was a close fight. I actually gave that to Sarah Kaufman, to be honest with you, but it was close enough. It's not a robbery by any stretch. I mean, honestly, some people gave the Evil Eye, so.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, but regardless, she's cute, so hey.
Okay, well, next fight after that, Raphael Assuncao fights Francisco Rivera.
Who do you got?
Yeah, I gotta go with Assuncao. Dangerous fight for him, though. I mean, Rivera's definitely a very solid opponent and got some heavy hands. But Assuncao, 21-4 record, 3 wins by KO or TKO, 10 wins by sub, 31 years old on a 5-fight win streak, most recently beating Team Alpha Male prospect TJ Dillashaw. When the fight hit the ground, you got to see his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt skills.
My Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt skill, he's just really good.
Yeah. He's a good scrambler.
Good wrestler.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. And his stand-up is improving. Still needs some work, but it is improving. Do you know anything about my man Cisco? He trains in Buena Park, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he trains, I forgot what the gym is called, but he trains really close to us, actually.
Well, I know he's pretty heavy-handed. His improving takedown defense, but the reason I pick up Raphael is also the reason I pick up Raphael because Cisco is really bad at cardio, man.
Yeah, if you watch his last fight against George Roop, I mean, he kept punching. I mean, seriously, man, he just punched himself out trying to knock him out, and he did knock him out or TKO'd him. And afterwards, he just sits there and he's just like dead. I mean, the guy puts so much into his strikes. That's probably why he wears himself out too.
But Raphael, I can see that if there's a moment, Cisco is tired. Oh man, it's gonna go to the ground. It's gonna be choking again, dude.
Yeah, Raphael Sancho's ground game is no joke.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, he might be a guy that's next in line for a bantamweight title shot.
Oh, wow.
To be honest with you.
Well, you go a lot far.
Yeah, because Faber's gonna fight Burrell, and after that, I mean, really, the only guy on a extended win streak really is that's in the top 10. Really is Raphael Assuncao.
Oh wow.
And a lot of 135ers also cut to 125 very recently.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Pickett and Jorgensen, so it's it really is. I don't really know if there's anyone else besides like Assuncao, maybe Mizugaki or something.
Oh, Mizugaki.
Yeah.
Well, it depends whether Assuncao can win this fight.
Yeah.
It all depends on this one.
Yeah. So,
well,
we'll see what happens. I'll go with Assuncao here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next fight after that, Mr. Misha Tate, Brian Caraway, Misha Tate's boyfriend. You know what though?
Lucky guy, dude.
Is he actually turned it around for me in Ultimate Fighter. I
thought you don't like him.
I used to not like him, but you know, in the Ultimate Fighter, he seemed like an alright guy.
What changed? What's the main reason changed you?
Well, the thing is, like he was getting chastised by Ronda Rousey during this one scene, and he did the right thing and didn't say anything, man. Didn't retaliate, was just tried to play as cool as a cucumber, even though you can tell he's uncomfortable. But, you know, really turned me on. He seemed like a good coach. You know, I'll give the guy a break. And he fights Lucas Martin. So, it's actually it's kind of fun. Like, Assuncao versus Oliveira, and this one is like striker versus grappler here.
I'm thinking, you know, the fight card is very interesting. Hopefully that's what Dana White try to do. But anyway, I definitely have, you know, the call weight because 18-6 regular. I mean, it's not awesome, but it's not that bad. 1 TKO, 16 submission, bro. Man, you know, 2 lost by sub 2, but then, you know, hey, come on, 16 already, right? Yeah. 29 years old, trained on Team Alpha Male, and then he's definitely a finisher, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's good wrestling, very, you know, complete takedown, you know, takedown against the cage.
Yeah, he's really good at. Actually, yeah, a lot of guys should really stay off the cage when they fight Caraway, because if he gets your hands on you once you're against the cage, he's really good at completing takedowns there.
Yeah, he's really he is. And then strong BJJ, a good chin. You know, stand out is average. I give you know what B.
Yeah.
But you know what? He is really good. You know everything else, especially the BJJ, and then he has a good chin. So you know why? Takes down. But you know once you're in that cage, you be on the ground and I'll choke your ass. Or once you know you give me a chance, you be on the ground. So I like that.
Yeah. Well, he's fighting Lucas Martins, who has a 14-1 record, 9 wins by KO TKO, 4 wins by sub. He's 25 years old on a 2-fight win streak. Interestingly enough, he actually started in the UFC as a lightweight at 155, successfully cut to 135, beat Junior Hernandez in his last fight by rear naked choke. Trains at a Shuto Box and the Macaca Gold team. He is a brawler. With heavy hands. His defense kind of sucks. And his grappling is improving. I got to go with Brian Caraway to be able to get the takedowns on Martins. And maybe even get the sub here.
Yeah, I think he would. I mean, you know, obviously, I will see, you know, a lot of, you know, freaking punch everywhere. But I feel like Caraway just gonna complete that takedown and then choking out.
Cool. Next fight after that, we have Mike Quicksand Pyle versus TJ Waldburger.
Who do you got?
Man, you know, both these guys have really good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Both these guys have been getting either wobbled or knocked out in the last fights.
Look at the records, man. Come on. Like, you know, Mike have a 25-9-1 record, 5 KO, TKO, 16 submission, 4 loss. You know?
Like KO, TKO,
KO, TKO. And look at TJ, man. 16-8 records.
1 TKO.
1 TKO.
13 subs. Yeah.
6 lost by KO, TKO.
Yeah, so both these guys definitely are victims of getting knocked out or dropped. Even in Mike Pyle's case, even when he wasn't dropped or wasn't knocked out cold, he has been like he fought Rick Story, he won barely. He got dropped. Fought James Had. I don't know if he's dropped, but he's definitely wobbled. I think even against Josh Neer, he was wobbled. So I mean, the guy, even, I mean,
but let me conclude this though. They both got TKO, KO pretty badly. So would that be the situation that, you know, they might just stay on the ground?
Well, you know, that's an interesting thing because both these guys are very strong on the ground. Both of them are pretty strong at their backs. TJ is a bit more creative with his submissions. I mean, this guy, this guy will go for like flying moves if he wanted to. Stand-up's a bit average. His chin needs some work.
But don't forget, Mike has a good wrestling too. You know,
he is a good wrestler.
Good wrestling.
He kept taking down like John Hathaway, for example. Took down Rick Story as well.
Okay, so far the audience still doesn't know who we pick. So who do you pick?
I'm gonna go with Waldburger. He's just a younger, 25 years old. I do remember that Mike Pyle was knocking guys out recently, so that makes me a bit worried for Waldburger.
5 KO TKO, dude. I pick Mike because he can knock out. Your guy only 1 TKO, dude. I got 5 KO TKO. I feel like, you know, compared to the two people who just got dropped like no others, if Mike can show some hand, maybe I can score a TKO in here.
Maybe. On the ground, it gets really interesting, though, because they're both really good on the ground. It's a really tough one to go.
That's why I pick on the person who has the power to drop the other person.
Good point. Okay, on to the prelims, which will be on UFC Fight Pass. Really good fight here between two flyweight prospects. As fun-sized Zach Makovsky fights Josh Sampo.
See, like I said, man, this is a whole fight card.
Both of these guys are like top 10 flyweights, and they're on the freaking Fight Pass prelims.
See, what is this? But anyway, let's talk about Zach.
Zach Makovsky, 17-4 record, 1 win by TKO, 6 wins by sub. He also has 3 losses by submission. 31 years old, 3-fight win streak. Most recently beating Scott Jorgensen.
Oh wow, Scott Jorgensen.
On a fight he took on short notice. Trains out of Philadelphia Fight Factory. I know that Eddie Alvarez used to train there. He is a former Bellator bantamweight champion. He lost it to Eduardo Di Dudantis. He's a really good wrestler. He's strong into scrambles. If you watch the Jorgensen fight, especially, I mean, they're scrambling all over the place.
Yeah.
His top control is good. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu solid. And he showed some really improved stand-up against Jorgensen as well. I got to go with Makovsky. Who do you got, though?
Josh. The reason is 11-2 record, 6 submission, 5 decision, 29 years old, 5-5 winning streak. The reason I pick on him is because he's really good wrestling, really good BJJ, and I feel like that could be
difference maker.
Difference right there, you know.
Yeah, both of them are solid fighters. Josh Sampo actually just beat Ryan Benoit in his last fight. You know, and he's actually a guy that a lot of people wanted to see come into UFC as well. So yeah, both these guys came into the UFC around the same time.
Yes.
And they're both considered prospects.
It's definitely going to be a close fight.
Yeah, so it could be a close fight.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, Erik Koch fights Rafaello Oliveira.
So you got Rafaello Oliveira, right? Dude, 17 records, awesome. 4 KO, TKO, 5 submissions, 3 lost by KO, TKO, 2 lost by submission. Anyway, I got Erik. You don't copy me because 13-3 records, 3 KO, TKO, 7 submission, 25 years old, 2 fighting.
You know, his 2-fight losing streak though is from Ricardo Lamas and Dustin Poirier.
See, come on. Yeah.
So I mean,
but the key is, you know, you have a good takedown defense, good BJJ. You know, moving up for 155.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think it'll affect him at all.
I don't think so.
He used to fight at 145, going to 155. Another key thing is that Erik Koch trains out of Rufus Sports, along the likes of Anthony Pettis. And he is a very good kickboxer as well. He's knocked out the likes of like Raphael Assuncao. So really good fighter there. At 155, that's a very curious move. Most people move down, but he's actually electing to move up.
Dude, look at my muscle, man. Let's go.
But, you know, he is a solid fighter. I got to go with Erik Koch to win that one.
Yeah, Erik Koch.
Okay, on to the recap. On the main card, Ronda Rousey versus Sara McMann. Who do you got?
Ronda Rousey, man.
Okay, I got Ronda Rousey. Daniel Cormier fights Rashad Evans.
Rashad Evans.
Okay, I'll go with Daniel Cormier.
Trader.
Demian Maia fights Rory MacDonald.
Demian Maia.
Okay, I got Rory MacDonald.
Trader.
Stephen Thompson fights Robert Whittaker.
Waldburger.
Okay, I got Stephen Thompson.
Okay.
Okay, Rafael dos Anjos fights Ustam Habilov.
Gustav.
Okay, I got Rafael dos Anjos. On the Fox Sports prelims, Alexis Davis fights Jessica. Alexis Alligator Davis fights Jessica Evil Eye.
Jessica Evil Eye.
Okay, I got Alexis Alligator Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Rafael Assuncao fights Francisco Rivera.
Rafael.
Rafael Assuncao. Brian Carey fights Lucas Martins.
Carey.
Okay, I got Brian Carey as well. Mike Quicksand Pyle fights TJ Waldburger.
Dude, Quicksand, man.
Okay, I got TJ Waldburger.
You'll regret.
Okay. On the UFC Fight Pass, Zach Makovsky fights Josh Sampo.
Josh Sampo.
Okay, I got Zach Makovsky. And finally, Erik Koch fights Rafaello Oliveira.
Erik Koch.
Okay, Erik Koch as well.
Awesome.
So that's it for our predictions for UFC 170, Rousey versus McMann.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any comments, just leave them below. You got anything to say, Dave?
Well, we've been doing this for how many years?
Shit, I don't know.
It's a long time. If you have not subscribed us, you better subscribe today.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, looks like a great card. And that's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.